How's it going? My name is Patrick Hanley. I'm a mechanical engineering major at Miami University, part of cohort 11. And today we have,
Yeah, I'm Sarah. I'm also a mechanical engineering major from Miami, part of cohort 11. And we're going to be talking about the Achieving Individual and Organizational Value with AI, which is an article from the MIT Sloan Management Review. And the goal here is to help us learn more about embracing AI in the corporate world.
yeah, and with this, I have some questions to ask you. The first one is, how can AI act as a coworker rather than a replacement?
Yeah, so one of the concerns about AI in the workplace is that it's going to take jobs and replace knowledge workers. But actually, what it can do is be used as a tool. So one of the ways it can do that is get rid of maybe more tedious tasks like scheduling or planning, like sending emails, things like that, and allow for more time being creative. It can also help with more efficient training. So just help you be better at your job rather than replacing the job. And then the article we're talking about actually found that most individuals see AI as a coworker, not a job threat. It was about 60% that saw that AI tools could just enhance what they're doing or increase like the quality of their work rather than replace what they're doing, since you still have like that human creativity aspect. Yeah.
Solid. Next, how can AI increase individual value?
So the article talked about three main areas where it would be increasing individual value. So the first was competency. So a little bit like I said before, you can get personalized feedback on your work. Nationwide is currently using it. When they train their callers, they're using AI to give the trainees like really quick feedback and really accurate feedback to help them be more competent in their job after training. And then autonomy is another area in which you can add individual value. So the individual worker can now achieve more, have access to more information, and you can learn more about past actions. So with more knowledge and with more information available, you can get your own work done a little bit better. And then it can also help strengthen relationships. So it can help with coworker communication or communicating with other business partners and customers, which also helps add to individual value. So a lot of people said that AI improved interactions within their team. Um, Members said 56%. And then managers said that AI improved about 47% of teamwork. And then overall, like across departments, 52% of people agreed that AI can help collaboration.
Next up, how does a company go about supporting AI's addition to individual values?
So a lot of this lies with the duties of a manager when you're trying to embrace AI in a team. So hesitancy is really natural when you're trying to adopt AI into a company, and that's something you just have to embrace and accept. So rather than trying to push people to trust it, you should just encourage people to use it. And that as they find how useful it can be and how it can help their day-to-day work, then that trust can kind of come secondary. So confidence from the manager that it is something that's trustworthy, but also just encouraging people to use it more so they can see what a great tool it can be. That's how you kind of go about beginning to foster that individual value with people in the company.
How does individual value contribute to organizational value, and how do organizational leaders achieve this?
So AI can provide both individual and organizational value kind of separate from each other, but ideally it is helping those two things mix. So it's contributing to individual value that then serves the organization or organizational value that serves the individuals. So organizations with employees who get value from AI are 5.9 times more likely to get financial benefits. So there's a lot of incentive there to try to implement it at the individual level because then that will result in organizational value. And then, like I said before, doing it at the individual level is going to involve encouraging employees that they can trust AI and showing them the tools that are available. So AI has a lot of variety in its uses. So being able to just implement it in everyday use for individuals and make them comfortable with it will then lead into more organizational value, both financially and just using a good tool across the organization.
The last question I have here is what should organizations look out for when trying to utilize AI?
So the first one the article mentions is avoid the lure of like shiny AI that's low value. So don't implement AI where you don't necessarily need it, especially if you're putting the resources in to try to come up with like a safe implementation of AI that people can trust, and trying to encourage people to use it. You might be wasting resources if you are implementing AI that isn't actually valuable. So make sure it's like a quality system, it's a secure system, and that the value they're getting out of it is making them want to trust it and want to use it more. And then also avoid burdening workers to serve the machine. So don't implement AI for the sake of AI and then make people conform to, now we're using AI and this is what we're going to do. But rather, again, show them AI is the tool and then make sure that the leadership is comfortable using it and has plans on how to teach individuals how to use it so that it's implemented at that individual level, with like as little time taken out of the day as possible because people aren't going to want to adapt it if it's just like another chore in their day. And then lastly, just make sure that the benefits offset the efforts at the individual level. So, like I said, if they're taking a lot of time to train and learn AI, make sure that ultimately them using it as a tool is going to save time in their day or produce better quality work or make things more efficient. Um, just don't do it for the sake of doing it.
Those are all great insights and definitely beneficial to helping people understand and utilize AI in the workplace. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.